We are live. Welcome to the FGTN show, fishing gear and tech news. I'm your host, Alex Tim, and let me tell you, tonight is a packed night. It seems like it just keeps getting busier. When it's like, oh, it's going to be a slow week, it gets even busier. And guess what? We're not done yet. The next several weeks are going to be crazy. Tonight, we've got some huge ice fishing updates. Marcum's Ultra Live 360 imaging has leaked, and we're going to talk about it tonight. Humminbird is rolling out new ice bundles, and believe it or not, the thing that a lot of people don't know is there's a new transducer as well. So we're going to talk about that. HT Enterprises dropped their ice fishing catalog. It's incredibly long. We're just going to talk about the new things in it, but we will pull it up. That's 3 brands new ice gear. This is crazy. It's freaking September right now. This is insane. And even better news, if you are in Minnesota or you fish in Minnesota, we'll hit it really, really quick, but Minnesota is finally allowing jaw jackers, automatic hook setting devices through the ice. We're going to talk about that. And stick around. We've got deals, events, and more. Live chat. Let me know what of these new ice season updates has you the most excited. And Replay Squad, drop your pick in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking here. We're going to see how loud this background music is here and test it out for next time. But yeah, say hi if you're in the chat here, and then we will go ahead and get going. What's up, Charles? Saw Richard is here. We did not get the Rapture yet, but we got ice fishing news. If it's Tuesday, it's news day. What's up, Doug? Can tell it's ice season's close. Cabela's started putting out ice gear. Oh, nice. Yeah, I got to get to do a Cabela soon, see what they got out. What's up, Weston? Jaw jackers. Let's go. All right, let's turn that background music off, and let's get my mug off the screen here. Take the chat off, and let's roll. So, first topic, Marcum Ultra Live 360 imaging leaked. Let's dig in and take a look. Should we? Oh, wait. It's not on their website because it's just been leaked. So let's talk about it. This is what we know. There's 2 websites that have it available right now in terms of talking about it. The first one is Fish USA. And as you guys know, I will always link everything down below. Some of them will be affiliate links if you do click through, which helps out the channel. It won't cost you anything more, and it helps just helps me be able to create all this free content for you. So of course, I won't have links for this stuff, but I'll get you to these pages. The Marcum Ultra Live Bundle, $27.99. This is live imaging, and as we get further down, it is live 360 imaging. This is pretty intense. $27.99 Ultra Live Bundle. Okay, let's scroll down. What do we know? I'll zoom in. Coming soon to Fish USA, the Marcum Ultra Live Bundle. Fish USA, America's Tackle Shop, is proud to partner with Marcum, offering the Marcum Ultra Live Bundle arriving soon. It features, equipped with 360 imaging, features a Life PO4 12-volt 18-amp-hour battery, expected arrival Q3 2025. All right, so what is the second site? Here's the second site that we know about here. Marcum MU Live Ultra Live CP1. This is Cannon Tackle Supply. Cannon Tackle Supply also had leaks on a couple of other things earlier this year. I think it was the Otter gear. So they seem to somehow get this information and accidentally put it on their website ahead of time. We do not have the official photos, but we're going to talk about what do we think this thing's actually going to look like with 360 imaging, Life PO4. We kind of knew that already. MU Live. Here's the UPC. If you want to search it up on Google, hit me up if you see it drop anywhere so we can talk about it next week. I'm sure we'll probably find out more, hopefully by next week. It is currently out of stock here. This one doesn't really say a whole lot more about it. It's primarily this Fish USA site that we've got a price point, $27.99, and what we got going on here. So what do we think this thing actually looks like? So if we look at what is Marcum offer today, I'll zoom out and then we'll zoom in on a couple of these. So right now on Marcum's website, they've got the LX9L, the MX7, the MX7 GPS, lithium versus non, and different shuttle here. This is actually on the lithium combo shuttle. and this is in the pack. So these are kind of like their high-end units. If I was a betting man, I would say it probably is going to look something like this, where you've got we can make it bigger. It is probably going to look something like this guy here, where you got a nice screen, you've got an LCD here. I would guess that you probably have the touch controls on the side here. You're probably going to have some, like most of the brands, where you've kind of got your pre-configured buttons in there, something like, your favorites in there. So that way you can jump between different screens. You're probably going to have your arrow keys in there. And then you're going to have kind of your settings menu and all of that. You're probably going to have, my guess would be, a 9-inch screen on it rather than a 7-inch screen. And you're going to have live 360. So I am anticipating this is going to come with, obviously, a new transducer from Marcum. I've heard they've been working on this for quite a while. That transducer obviously dropped down an ice hole, in either the ability to spin it around or be able to control it straight from the head unit. And you should be able to see kind of that full 360 around you, in addition to, like, if you wanted to split screen to maps, I would anticipate that would be there, as well as being able to have kind of your depth chart. So if you want to kind of like your flasher mode, you should be able to do that as well. I would anticipate it's probably going to come in some kind of case, right? Like a bag or something like that. That would be my guess. But yeah, I think it's going to be competitive with the other screens that we see on the market. I doubt it's probably got like HDMI out or anything like that. This price point of $27.99, I don't think would have some of those really high-end features, because, like, if you compare that to a Lowrance unit, a Humminbird unit, a Garmin unit that has HDMI out, you're talking multiple thousands of dollars just for the head unit. And so I can't imagine getting a full kit plus that transducer from Marcum at that price point with those types of things. But my guess is that is what it's going to look like. And we will know more, hopefully, within the next couple of weeks here. We did see on the Fish USA site, right? It says very clearly here, expected arrival in Q3 2025. So what does Q3 2025 mean? For these types of companies, they typically follow calendar year for Q3. I don't know if they're talking Q3 calendar year or if they're talking Q3 fiscal year. Since it says Q3 2025, I would believe this is calendar year. So you've got January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September is Q3. We are in the last week of Q3. So I would imagine we're going to know a lot more by next week. And you guys can check me. Am I right on what I said my anticipation is for what this thing looks like? I think I'm a pretty good guesser. I think that I might have nailed it right on the money. So $27.99. Obviously, it's hard to speculate until we get a little bit more of the details here. Is it worth that much? Is it not? We will find out more, hopefully, next week. Now, that's not it for new stuff, right? If you saw the thumbnail, you know that Humminbird has also announced some new ice fishing stuff this year. That's right. Humminbird has announced their Ice Series units. So this is the Ice Explorer. So this is their Explorer Series screens, plus the Mega Live 2 bundle. But it gets even better. We're going to talk about this first, but it gets even better. Let's talk about it here. So it says the Ice Explorer Mega Live 2 bundle. Let me zoom in, make it a little bit easier for you all to read. Brings advanced technology together with an easy-to-use user interface, real-time fish scouting, and bait tracking with enhanced clarity. Together, Explorer and Mega Live 2 give anglers the confidence to stay in the moment, fish smarter, and create memories that last long after the ice melts. So let's go ahead, and I think I've got audio rolling. We're going to play this video. It's 31 seconds long. Nice little teaser here. Then we're going to talk about it, and then we're going to talk about some of the other new stuff that is not in this video next. So I'm going to go ahead, click play right now.
Explore.
Whoa, I bet that's really quiet. Let's go like this.
Explore everything below the ice with the new Ice Explore and Mega Live 2 bundle. Beat the freeze with lightning-fast screens, 13,000 Lake Master VX maps with 1-foot contours, and the new Ice Mode with easy waypoint management. Then, zero in with precision bait tracking, real-time target zoom, and 2 view modes. It's the only bundle you need on ice or open water. Ice Explorer and Mega Live 2, only from Humminbird.
There we go. So, what do you all think about it? Do we think that it is enticing, intriguing? This is what we got. We've got a screen on here. Let's scroll down. We've got a screen. So this is the Explorer 9. You can also get the Explorer 10, and it's partnered up with the Mega Live 2. But it gets even better. Well, let's pause there for a second. So the screens came out last year, and so did the transducer. That's the 9 and the 10. They also came out with the Mega Live 2 last year. So what is new this year? It's a bundle deal where you can actually buy both of them. But what else is new? Well, we haven't talked about that yet. It's the new flasher view. So what wasn't available on the Explorer series before is the flasher view that allows you to do exactly what it says. Have a flasher on part of your screen. So you now can have a flasher on part of your screen, and you can, of course, do basically your 2D here. And it is my understanding that you could split with live imaging. This is the same as you can do with Garmin. I'm not sure about Lowrance, but I know Garmin, you can set it up this way as well. You've got their Explorer series screens are awesome. I will tell you that. I think they have better waypoint management in terms of navigating the maps, being able to circle a bunch of them, adding a bunch, modifying them. They do a better job with waypoints than Garmin does. I would say that the actual clarity of the live imaging system is still better in the Garmin LiveScope Plus, the LVS 34, than the Mega Live 2. The Mega Live 2 is significantly better than the Mega Live 1, but I mean, I'm telling you, when they in that video, they picked the El Primo, like you never see it that clear, at least from my experience. I own the thing for almost a year, and I am fully back to Garmin right now. I do still have the Eagle Eye 9, but so this is new. How do you get this on there? It's available with the Ice Explorer transducer sold separately. So we'll talk about that. That's the XI14 HW for hard water is my understanding. Transducer giving ice anglers a familiar real-time sonar experience with enhanced detail and responsiveness. We can see here what it looks like. My understanding is it does not come with a shuttle in the bundle, and I don't know if they made a new shuttle. This is the clam shuttle. I have no clue what shuttle this is here. It kind of looks like maybe it's I feel like I know what this is, but I don't know what it is. Drop in the comments if you know which shuttle this is. The back of it here gives away, I've seen this shuttle before, but I can't remember which one it is. There's a company I want to say, but I don't think it's right. So drop in the comments if you know which shuttle that is in that image. And then this is one of their shuttles that they have. I think they've got it linked down below. This is a very expensive shuttle, but you can use that as well. So it says, we know ice anglers like to customize their setups, and the Ice Explorer bundle is built for customization. It allows you to pair it with the most common shuttle and pole mount systems, which is why they're showing a bunch of the different shuttles, because you get to pick your shuttle and your pole. Your setup works exactly the way that you want it. If you currently own an Ice Helix shuttle, you can mount your new Ice Explorer to it with the Helix to Explore conversion gimbal bracket, which we'll talk about. They've got the optional Lake Master cartography, One Boat Network app. You can shop the Ice series. So we've got one of the bundles here. This is the 10-inch bundle, $32.99. This is the 9-inch bundle, $27.49. These are full MSRP. I fully anticipate these going on sale before ice season starts. Show deals, yes. Holiday deals, yes. Black Friday deals, yes. I anticipate these dropping by probably a couple $100. A couple $100. I'm tired. I've been up since 3 a.m. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it. So what does it look like? Screen, transducer, pretty self-explanatory. Of course, you have the one boat network app that you can use. I'm going to click through all of these just so you can see there's nothing fancy here. It's those two things. Here's yet another shuttle and pull combo. So this is what we got here. If we scroll down, they've got the other accessories, the Ice Mega Live 2 SAE power cable. You've got the transducer, which we'll look at next. You've got the Ice Explorer shuttle conversion kit. So again, if you have that Helix shuttle, I think that's one of the nicest shuttles that are on the market today, especially from an OEM. This is the bracket that you need to be able to hook the screen up to it. And then this is the Ice Helix shuttle, which, let's take a look here, make sure that it loads. It is a $200 shuttle. It is this guy right here. This is, of course, the conversion kit, but this is a better image of what it looks like. Pinch to zoom. How do you pinch to zoom on a computer, bro? Scroll. This is really nice. You have your cord management inside of it. I wouldn't buy this shuttle, but if you already have one, you can go ahead. That's interesting that the price point on it, $419.99 here. But if we go back here, oh, this is a completely different shuttle. This is the nice one. You can see the price, $420. This has got the nice bag in it. It's got a transducer, ice transducer with it. So you're set with this guy. I wouldn't do that. I'd just go out and buy a different shuttle. I'll be putting a video out on the best ice shuttles so that way you can check it out. But okay, let's look at this ice fishing transducer. So this is the new transducer they came out with. It's the XI14HW Dual Spectrum Chirp Explore Ice Transducer. So looks just like a normal ice fishing transducer. It's got the foam float and it's got your pin connection to go into the back of your head unit here. Explore Fish Finder sold separately. It is the new flasher view. This is what will enable that on the screen. It says it features 130 to 250 kilohertz, dual spectrum chirp 2D sonar, and 8 feet of cable length. 8-foot long cable. Optimize your fish finding with 2D, new flasher views, and more. That's all they tell you about it. Adjustable float. Engineered for extreme weather conditions. Ice transducer float rubber depth collar. So the rubber depth collar is the stopper for the foam float. Here's the specs. It is compatible with the Explore 9, 10, and 12. 1-year warranty on it. And you can check it out here. I will have it linked down below as well. So you can pick this up. Why is this good? Why would you want to go with something like this if you are going to be using Mega Live? Why would you actually want to do that? Let me explain why you might want to do that. If you're hole hopping or you're setting a tip up, it can sometimes be nice to be able to just drop that down and see. The other thing that you can do is if you have your pole and Mega Live 2 pointed in one direction, and you've got somebody or you've got another spot that you want to be able to look straight down that you're not pointed at, you can actually drop it in and be able to see straight down kind of with that sonar beam if you do like a split screen view, which is great. So I think there's a lot of just different use cases depending on what you're trying to do. If you're going out and setting a bunch of tip ups, just unplug your Mega Live 2, have that plugged in, go hop around. You don't got to move a pole around if you're setting a bunch of tip ups. Some states you can have like 5 lines a person. So if you're doing that, that could be great. Checking bait depths and all of that. All right. What else is new? HT Enterprises. So this is an interesting company. Their website is really interesting. But they just announced their full catalog for the 2025-2026 ice fishing season. And that is what we're going to talk about. So I'm going to pull it up here. Let me make sure it is up. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. So this is what it looks like. It is a PDF. I'll have a link down below. There are 100 pages. We're going to flip through all of them relatively quickly. We will pause on the pages. There are only a handful of them that actually have new items, but they are outlining. They have over 800 items for ice fishing. And this is not just HT itself, it's some of their other brands as well. So I'll zoom in and we will get started here. So new items, HT. What we've got here is the ice blue tip up in Magnum. You can kind of see what it looks like here. It is a little bit of a different design than maybe you're used to. I've got to figure out why this will not let me zoom in more. There we go. Make it a little bigger for you all. A little bit different design because it's got the hollow part on the inside here, but it does have an aluminum frame. This is not wood, which is nice. Deluxe gold-plated heavy-duty line guide, heavy-duty flag, Magnum flag wire with soft red cloth flag, adjustable height settings for the trip bar, 200-foot metal spool. Polar Escape sled sling. This is one that I'm kind of interested in. We don't know what the prices on these are yet. They might be on their website, but I have not checked. I've just been looking at the catalog here. This could be interesting. Super simple, soft padded shoulder straps for comfort, but I would expect this to be pretty cheap. The nice thing about HT is they price their things at a pretty decent price. So it's pretty accessible for people that are just getting into the sport, just want something basic and simple. They've come a long way, in my opinion, by actually starting to up the quality of their products. They are definitely known to be the cheap Walmart brand for sure, but I think they do a decent job over the last couple of years. They've got the Stealth Super ultralight tip down system, the lightest tip down system in the market today. You can kind of see how the pole is set up here. Really lightweight, very, very small. 30-inch super ultralight ice blue combo with ultralight reel. Fully adjustable for stubborn fish and detecting all bites. Two-way tip down system, vertical or horizontal positions, telescopes from 15.5 to 26 inches. They've also got the OxyMax mini air pump. So this is a air pump here that does use 2 AA batteries. Wouldn't recommend it. I'm not a big fan of AA battery units, but you can go ahead and check it out if you're interested here. And then they've got a rechargeable USB one that is a micro USB cable, which is interesting. Look at this. I don't think it'll let me. Oh, I can zoom in. This is a micro USB cable, but there is a barrel port on the front of it. Let me scroll over here. Barrel port behind this, but they got a micro cable here. So obviously somebody screwed that one up. But comes with USB charger cord, 2 functions, USB or battery, because of course it has a rechargeable battery in it. Can use it in fresh and salt water, water resistant case, stainless steel mounting clamp. They've got more. A Night Master LED hook remover. So this is like your toothpick type of hook remover, except it's got an LED light in it. So if you're at night, this could be helpful for you. The only lighted hook remover on the market. This is true. I have not seen one of these. The hook shaft and the hook out part lights up to easily see. The hook shaft and hook out part lights up to easily see. Yeah, they need somebody help them with grammar here too and readability. But you can see the hook part lights up at the very end as well as the entire shaft, which is pretty cool. Comes with 4 different size hook outs. They're calling them hook outs for small lures to larger spoons that are interchangeable, easily fits into any tackle box. They've also got an ultralight hook remover. This one obviously does not light up, slim, and can get out any smaller size lure jig, probably much cheaper here. You can see the part numbers. If you Google the name and the part number, you should be able to pull the products up. And I will try to link them down below too, just to make it easy on y'all as soon as the stream's over. Super tough and strong and unbreakable. Easily fits into your pocket and tackle box, 2 per package. But that's not all. They've got the Night Stalker Pro wireless night bite system, 2,000 foot of range. This is your tip-up system, right? So your tip up alerting system at night. So you've got a sensor, a green one and a red one that you put on your tip up flag. So when it pops up, you're going to go ahead and get that light that goes on. You've got a receiver box that's also going to, I believe, yep, buzzer indicator as well. So you're going to have light and buzzer anytime that one comes up. And it looks like you're going to be able to see the different light on it here. And it works with up to 4 transmitters. The receiver, the black box, uses a 9-volt battery. Each transmitter uses 123A battery, not included. Interesting. I don't know what a 23A battery is. I think that's a small A battery, not a double A, not a triple A, but an A battery. It's interesting that that is not included. That's not a typical battery, I don't think, that people buy. That interesting, really interesting. The NSP 100 comes with 1 receiver and 1 red and 1 green transmitter. So that's what you get there. Then they've got a rod locker combo kit. So for your starter person, I would expect this is probably around $50. You get a ice blue 24-inch ultralight and a medium combo with line in a premium padded rod locker gear bag. Great gift idea for the ice fishing enthusiast. These are not like super high-end rods, but they will get the job done. So if you're looking for something budget friendly to get out there, maybe somebody's new, they want to try out the sport, something like this would be nice to get them into. Or young kids, right? And you want them to have their own. You're not worried about if they break. This could be a good option there. They've also got the rocket down, tip down. So this looks similar to maybe some of the others that are out there on the market. You've got some pedestal legs here. You've got kind of like a tripod stand up here in a spot to put your rod. Revolutionary, super sensitive tip down design, super strong yet lightweight aluminum construction, high profile telescopic, upright, extends from 16 to 27 inches in height. The reason why you'd maybe want to go higher is if you have a longer rod. The idea is it's not going to just bend down 2 inches and be hitting the ground. So that is what's nice about that. And it allows you to collapse it down for portability. Stands 32 inches tall, fully set up, folding 3-leg base. I think we've touched on this one enough, but it does come with, it's compact. It does not come with, but it will easily fit into a bucket or a gear bag. They've also got the original snapper auto hook set system. I don't think this is new, but you can see exactly how it works here. This is going to allow you to put your line through the mechanism here so that it trips when a fish grabs it, and it's going to hook set. As we talked about, and we're going to talk about a little bit here, next up is Minnesota will now allow you to use these ice fishing automatic hook setters. All right, let's keep going here. They've got the Polar tip-ups. So if you did not know, Polar tip-ups are from HT. There you go. There you go. So they got a bunch of those here. I'm going to zoom out here because we're going to go find some other new items. I don't remember what the other new ones are. So we're going to look. They've got a ton of tip-ups, as you can see. All of these, like, for people that are like, what is HT? What is HT? As I'm scrolling through, you're probably like, oh, yeah, I know all about HT. They've got hard water tackle. We've got more tip-ups, more of the ice rigger, hookmaster type deals, quick strike rigs, tip-ups. Let's keep going here. The HD Premium E-Drill Nylon and hand auger kit. You can get this to work with the drill that you can see here. This is actually a fairly affordable option, and it works pretty dang good. This is not new. This has been out for about 2 or 3 years, but it does work pretty good. They've got supposedly a new and improved Polar ice auger replacement. Polar ice auger. This is the Polar Express ice auger, 6, 7, or 8-inch, new and improved. My guess is the blade design. So you can go ahead and pick that up if you're interested. The Siberian set, the hand auger kit, all of these have existed before. Let's see here. I don't see, they got some hub houses here. Look at this. And this catalog's obviously for dealers. That's why they have like the models and all of that in here. And you can see pre-book and container only. They've got quite a few different hub houses here. 2-door access. These don't look like full doors though. No full doors. They got a lot of different kits. Look at this, the Quick Shack. Super compact one-man shelter, sets up in seconds. Comfortable seat is part of the shelter. That's interesting. I wonder who's going to carry these. This kind of looks like those other ones that people love, but it doesn't have a floor in it, if you notice. Snow sled. So you can just see how many things HT and their associated brands have. We've got bucket seats. We've got chairs, rod lockers. Polar Fire is one of their brands. So they've got a tackle tote, tackle bags, rod bags, carry cases. They've got it all going on. Trying to scroll through. We're not even halfway through, but I do not believe that we are going to find anything else new. Let's see here. Yeah, none of these are new. The quick strike rigs. Yeah, I think all the new stuff was up at the top. So I will link this catalog down below. I don't want to drain this whole stream out for y'all, but if you want to check it out, all 100 pages are here. They've got a ton of different things. Ice suits. They've got it. If you think about it, they probably got it for ice fishing. So go check them out. Moving on to the next topic, we've got Minnesota updates. I will hit this super fast because I know not everybody here is from Minnesota or cares. This is an article of some of the new rules and regulations that have just went into effect here in Minnesota. Some angling hours, imported, transporting, or stocking live fish, possessing fish, excuse me, while on state waters, angling tackle, spawn bags, and the thing that we care about here that we're going to talk about is hook setting devices. In Minnesota, an angler fishing through the ice may take fish with a non-motorized, you cannot use the motorized versions, but a non-motorized device that sets the hook using the force of a spring device or the force of a fishing pole that is released from a bent position when a fish takes the hook. An angler fishing through the ice may not use a device capable of automatically reeling or spooling the fishing line or otherwise capable of automatically retrieving a hooked fish. So go ahead and use a jaw jacker. Go ahead and use the Predator tip up hook setter from Clam. Go ahead and use any of those if you want to, as long as it doesn't reel the fish in for you and it is not a battery operated really setting the hook for you. You're good to go. So do not worry. And this is in effect already. As we can see, it was published electronically on September 3rd. However, it does say through the ice. Now, obviously, you're not going to do this off the side of your boat, but good to know that it will be ready to go for ice season. So congrats, everybody. I hope you're really excited about that. Now, on to some of the deals. What I think is pretty dang crazy is this guy right here. The Garmin Panoptix PS22IF portable live sonar ice fishing transducer bundle with 7-inch EchoMap UHD2 chart plotter. That is a mouthful of a name. This came out last year. So this came out actually at ICAST last year. I did buy one of these and I spent full MSRP on it last year. I used it. I put a video out comparing this to the Eagle Eye 9, double the price, and I think that it didn't even perform nearly as well in terms of the clarity. It does have a wider beam angle, so pros and cons to that. I think it's a gimmick, the entire pole-less design, to be honest with you. This mechanism does not work super well because if you have anything more than a few inches of ice, that cord is so long that it's not going to stay pointed where this mechanism is. Because this is where you kind of point it, there's a lot of slack in that line and it's not going to point directly at the spot that you want. So I think that was a miss there. PS22, I wish they would have upgraded, maybe through a live scope transducer in here. Then I think they maybe had something that was interesting because you would have the higher definition, not 8 years ago technology incorporated into this thing. So I wasn't a huge fan of it. I still have one, but I think that it is a lot more reasonable at $1,250 than it is at $2,000. Now, what's interesting about this, so if you want to go pick it up, like I will drop a link to it down below, or go on Cabela's website and find it. Bass Pro has it as well. Clearanced at $1,250, $750 off. This is not necessarily saying Garmin's discontinuing it, because Garmin still has it as an active product on their website at full MSRP, and I haven't seen other retailers discount it like this. So my guess is Cabela's saw that this wasn't moving. I think it was silly to price this thing at $2,000. I thought it was insane, but of course I had to buy one in order to do some videos on it and save all of you some money. So there you go. But at $1,250 for live imaging, really great screen, 7-inch screen. This is a live scope compatible 7-inch screen on it. So this screen alone, I think, is probably worth brand new in box, I'd say $600. So you're looking at some value there. So that's just something to know about. And then if you put in a Panoptix, you put in the shuttle, you put in the battery that you get with it, which is a really silly lead acid battery, and then you have the bag with it. It's not a horrible deal at $1,250 by any means. I mean, you're finding Vexilar FLX 38 BBs out there for $800-900. I'd rather go with this over that for sure. So if you're interested in the deal, go pick it up. If you want to know more about it, check out the other videos on my channel, because I do have some on this already out there, and you can gauge for yourself if you think it's right for you. And I'm going to be selling mine probably for now a heck of a lot cheaper than I was planning on, because now I've got to compete with this price point here. So we'll see if it's a fully discontinued product, but this is interesting to see for sure. So I appreciate we had a viewer of the channel reach out and let me know earlier today about this deal. So I appreciate each and every one of you that reaches out and lets me know of these deals, because we can share it with everybody else. So appreciate that. All right, next up. And remember, if you have questions, drop them down in the chat. I think the system's flagging questions for me, and then we will be able to swing back through them at the end and answer questions as well. Okay, Scheels has some other deals going on right now. These are, let's see, what's the right way to put it? These are actual deals, like they are a savings versus buying these products separately. However, it is anticipated that these will likely go on even more of a sale around the holidays and some of the promotional periods. But let's talk about what the deals are. Maybe I need to do a whole video on these as well. But let's start with Lowrance. So Scheels has the Lowrance Eagle Eye 9 fish finder with the live sonar transducer ice fishing bundle. What does this look like? This is the Eagle Eye 9 screen. Well, the Eagle Eye 9 comes with a 9-inch screen, and it also comes with their Eagle Eye transducer. You get both of them. What do you not get with it? You don't have a shuttle, you don't have a battery, you don't have a pole. That setup alone, screen and transducer, is $999, so $1,000. Well, you need a pole. This is probably, I just bought one of these. I had it delivered just a couple of days ago. I haven't rigged it up yet, but this is the new HD Innovations crossover, the X-Over pole that they've got, brand new carbon fiber. It's awesome. It looks great. I think it can extend from 20 inches to 60 inches. This would be the pole that I'd probably recommend. I think it's $160 pole by itself. Then you've got a 15 amp hour amped outdoors battery, one of the better batteries that are out there. Maybe a little small. You can obviously upgrade if you want to. Not in this bundle, but if you were going to be building it yourself, maybe you'd want to go bigger. However, know that this transducer doesn't pull a lot of power. There's no black box. There's nothing like that. It is it's a dual beam transducer, technically single beam, but it shoots in two different directions. So you have forward and down. 15 amp hour. This is, I think it's $100 value. And then you've got the clam shuttle. Not the shuttle that I would recommend going with, but it is a little bit more of a budget-friendly shuttle compared to some of the others that are out on the market. Totally up to you what you want to go with. But if you're looking at what do they have pre-made, you can see exactly right here what it looks like. I added this up, and it looks like they're saving you about $40 off of if you bought all of these at full retail price from Scheels right now. So you buy all this, you save $40. If it were me, I would not buy this right now. If you were going to go buy right now, I would probably go buy this pole. Of course, this is the system that you would want, the Eagle Eye 9. I would probably go up to like a 19 amp hour NMC, and I think that would be great. You probably get a full day out of this thing and have no issues with it. And I'd probably go with a different shuttle. I'd go with one of the like HD Innovation shuttle that partners really well with it. Summit's got a really nice shuttle. Those are probably one of the two that I would go with. You can always go crazy and go with some of the others. I'm not a huge fan of this clam shuttle. I don't like the open back on it. I'm not a fan of how they have the ports on here as well. If you set this in the snow, you got USB ports and your 12-volt port sitting down in the snow. Not a huge fan of that. So totally up to you what you want to do, but this is one of their bundles. I would expect this to go much cheaper during the holiday promotional periods. All right, next up, let's get into Garmin. So this is another savings deal for you as well. This is the EchoMap UHD 293. So this is a 9-inch live scope screen with the LVS 34 IF. So the new one that's intended for ice fishing that has that little bit more flexible cable. And I have a correction to make. When we talked about this last week, I think it was last week we talked about this, the cable is shorter. It is a 10-foot cable on this transducer versus the LVS 34, same transducer, but the cord on it is 20 feet normally. So it is 10 feet long, which is nice because you don't need to wind as much of it up. But don't worry, if you want to use that on your boat, it's rated at the same temperature tolerances, but it is a little bit more flexible in the winter, which is nice because it has a thicker insulation, thicker cord on it. But if you want to use it on your boat, you can just buy extensions for the cable. So that's great. So they did actually listen to that and did actually act on that. So props to Garmin on that. That is what this guy is here. And it's got the new Blue Link port on there. This guy comes with a 32 amp hour amped outdoors battery. It comes with that same HD Innovations X over carbon forward facing sonar pole. And you're getting the HD Innovations HDI ice shuttle. This is a great setup. This is a great setup. $2869.98. This is great. If this thing goes on sale, this is incredible. They do have right now running, is it $2,100? I'd have to go back and look. I think it's $2,100. Oh, it's right here. $2,199 is the Shields exclusive that they got going on right now. It's not the bundle in terms of like with the shuttle, battery, and pole, but it's $2,199. You can buy the same screen and the LVS 34 IF. So these two things right here is $2,199. So what they're saying is buying this battery, this shuttle, and this pole is basically adding $670 to that. Up to you if you think it's worth it. It's probably pretty close. So yeah, I'll do a full breakdown on these bundles, and then I'll let you know as these deals become the best way to buy it, which will probably be in the next handful of weeks here. Next up, they've got the 106. So they also have this down here as a Shields exclusive for $27.99. So they've got the screen. This is the Ultra 2 106, 10-inch screen, LVS 34 IF, ice fishing. I got to zoom out, or my image is getting cut off here. LVS 34 IF, ice fishing one, 32 amp hour battery, shuttle, pole. This guy is $34.69. They show you what that price looks like versus if you buy them all individually. However, you can buy this, and then if you wanted to buy separate accessories, you could. However, I mean, I'd honestly recommend these accessories. I might actually even buy a bigger battery, depending on how long you want to be out there. Maybe go to the 52 amp hour from Amped Outdoors. Okay, next, Humminbird. Those of you that are Humminbird fans and users out there, you do have the ability to buy a bundle from them. So this is the Explore 10. So we were just talking about those ice bundles that Humminbird has out. This is essentially one of them with the accessory package with it. The Humminbird 10-inch screen. This is the Explore screen. Latest and greatest screen from them. It's not their highest end screen, but it is the latest and greatest, and it's incredible. I'll tell you that much. I've used it. The Mega Live 2, which is good. I still prefer the Live Scope Plus. I think it has a little bit better image, less interference on the surface of the water too. These, if you're ice fishing, I found that you actually have to put like little pieces of like tape that they give you to cover up the transducer so you don't get reflection off of the bottom of the ice, which is kind of silly and interesting, but it does work. But yes, if you want to be and stay in the Humminbird system, this is a good route to go. And then you've got that same setup, 32 amp hour, HDI shuttle, and the HDI, the new pull from them for $39.69.98. That's what this guy is priced at right now. And again, could likely go on sale. One other thing that I want to talk about from Scheels is we're starting to see these pop up other places. We talked about this, I think it was last week, the FLX 18. This is the new item from Vexilar this year. But I will tell you that I think there's more coming from Vexilar. I just don't know when. It's probably a little ways away. Hopefully this year we're going to see more from Vexilar. But people have been asking me, when is this going to go on sale? When is it going to go on sale? It's currently available. FLX 18 Pro Pack 2 gets you the DD100 ice fishing flasher. The DD100 is the depth. That's what that guy is, which is silly because this will show you depth on the screen, from my understanding. So you don't actually need the DD100. I believe on the display there's a digital readout of depth. But I'm almost positive that it has a digital readout on depth. Let's see. Depth. Yeah. I don't know, but I'm fairly certain it does. It said it in the specs last week when we looked at it. But either way, you've got it there as well. And it is the 12-degree ice deucer with an SLA battery. So you're still going to want to update the battery. And hey, if you want a battery, I like the Amped Outdoors batteries. There's a lot of great brands out there. I'm going to be buying some of the other brands this year as well. I've had a lot of push for do some side-by-side comparisons. So I will be doing that. Let me know if there's a battery brand you want me to try out. I will be buying them. I will be putting them head-to-head this year. And we're going to see what they're like. I just know Amped Outdoors has probably the best bang for your buck that you can get. Incredible customer service, super fast shipping. It's available basically anywhere. But down in the comments, I've worked with them to get you guys a promo code. So if you want, you can actually save 10% off of a battery down below as well. So go ahead. You do it if you want. You don't need to if you don't want to. I don't care. But I just want to let you know, if you're picking these up, anything with a lead acid battery, get a lithium. I mean, you can get a small lithium for like under $100. For $80, you can get a small lithium battery, especially if you get that 10% code, you can get it even cheaper. But these are available. I expect more from Vexilar. Hang tight, and hopefully it's coming soon. Now, what is coming up in terms of events? A couple things that I added to this week. Of course, this will be linked down below as well. You can get to it. You can go to alextim.com. It's right on the left-hand side. Ice Fishing Shows 2025, 2026. You can also see Black Friday. If you're interested, what should we expect this year for Black Friday deals? I have not modified it yet, but if you want to, you can click on Black Friday 2024. I did not plan on talking through this tonight, but you can see here Black Friday and Cyber Week deals. Of course, I will do this again this year. This is last year. You can see some of these. So I updated this. So what I did is starting Black Friday, it was actually 2 days before. So it was really deals that started like right around Thanksgiving. I started updating this, and I just kept updating with the best deals available, because obviously after Black Friday, the prices kind of started climbing up because the really exclusive deals kind of expired. So this is as of 12/3. You can see what the price on a lot of products are. Like, I'm scrolling pretty quickly here, so you probably can't read it, but if you want to go check it out, there's a lot in here. For instance, the FL18 last year, best price that I found on it, at least on December 4th, it might have been a little bit lower before that, $380. And you can actually click on the link and get to it. You can see the StrikeMaster 40 volt. You can see the Otter Houses, Marcum. I will do this again this year. Live Scope last year. What did the Live Scope Plus go on sale for? $1,500 last year for the LVS 34. It did go up $200 this year. So who knows? Maybe it's going to be, did it go up $200 or $100? I don't even remember anymore. But this is what it was last year. You could get a LVS third. Let's see. You could get an Echo Map 93 with Live Scope Plus bundle for $3,100. As we had just talked about, you can right now from Scheels get a 93 with LVS 34 battery, shuttle, and pull for $28.69. So again, that was not the Black Friday price, but if you want to go check it out. Anyways, what I was trying to tell you about why we were even on this page is you can click on Ice Fishing Shows. What is coming up? The North Metro show is the next show. So this is in Minnesota. If you are in the Minnesota area, go check this out. I will be there on Saturday. It is an incredible show. And it is one of the earlier shows. You can actually buy gear at this show. I went to Landcastle and I was a little bit disappointed that, number one, there weren't a ton of vendors, but I get it. I totally get that part of it. But the vendors that were there, you couldn't really buy much from them. A lot of them were like, well, we don't have stuff yet. So I wanted to buy stuff. And so I'm hoping to buy a bunch here at the Ramsey show. And then, of course, Sioux Falls coming up as well. But what I added in this week is the Scheels shows, at least a couple of them. I've got St. Cloud added in here. We know the dates for that, October 31st to November 2nd. And then Rochester in Minnesota, October 31st to November 1st. If you know about any events that are happening, ice shows, please contact me. Drop me a DM, put a comment down below, drop me an email. Whatever works. You can actually go to this page at the bottom. You can click email Alex. You can get to me as well. I want to continue to fill this up for all of the different areas. We've got the Wisconsin Ice Fishing Show here. We've got Manitoba show in November. We've got Michigan showing up here in January. And then, of course, the Sioux Falls show in November as well. So we've got a ton that you can go and check out. Now, what else do we have to talk about? We got a couple things. I'm pretty excited about this, actually. Prime Big Deal Days is coming October 7th through the 8th. So if you are interested, stay tuned to the channel. If you haven't already, maybe consider subscribing to the channel. But I will be doing some Prime Big Day deals on fishing gear and tech. So they have usually some decent deals that happen around that time. So I will be putting out a video dedicated on that. So stay tuned for that. Another big thing that's coming up here, here's the new product page on Otter's website. No products were found matching your selection. October 1st, mark your calendars, October 1st. So that won't be next week's FGTN show. It'll be the week after. We will talk about it. October 1st, their website will update and all of their new gear will hit. We already know about most of it, but there are a couple of products we have not seen yet. There's a couple of bundle products that we haven't seen yet that are going to be announced at that point. They haven't been leaked out. None of the retails have them listed yet. So there is a couple more things that we're going to talk about. So we'll go through all of it on FGTN show. And then, of course, I will do a dedicated video. The other thing that I want to tell you about is I'm doing something new here. Okay. For a limited time. I don't know. This could last a day. This could last 3 years. I don't know how long it's going to go, but I set up a dedicated phone number where you can text me directly. That's right. You heard me right. You can actually text me directly. I've got it down in the description and in the pinned comments, and I will in all of my videos moving forward. Now, why am I doing this? You may ask. I actually get questions all the time, as you can imagine, about fishing gear and tech and, helping people figure out what to get. And I want to make that easier for them. I built a website, as you probably know. I could probably actually even just pull it up here. Angler Built. So I started working on building out a website called Angler Built, where you can go and you can build your own bundle. You can do a ton of different things here. But there are other tools that are currently in development that I am working on that are not up and running yet. I also want to know, what other videos do I need to do? And so what I'm doing is I'm opening up easier access to me, because what's easier than texting? If you want to email me, an email will be down below as well. But you can reach me, and my goal is to save you time, money, if I can help you find a deal, and get the right products and figure out what do people want so I can build more scalable tools and things to help them out. That's really what I want to do, because I love this stuff. I do a lot of research. I love doing the comparisons and stuff, and I want to find a way to help other people in a way that's scalable. So if you got questions, please shoot me a text, shoot me an email. I want to help you out. So hopefully you guys are a little bit excited about that. And hopefully I don't regret putting in a phone number down below. All right, let's get to some of these questions. We got a question here. Logan is asking, will my Big Buddy be enough to keep my new Clam X1200? Honestly, if it's a really warm day, yes. But here's what I would recommend. What most people do is they have two of them. They put one in each hub. So you're going to probably want to do that if you're out there in the colder weather, or you're going to be in both of those. Otherwise, you will need to run it on high, and you will notice that it is not staying super warm. That is massive. It is the largest hub on the market as of right now. So I would recommend two Big Buddies, one in each of the two hubs there. All right, let's see here. Use heat tape and a pipe over won't melt. I missed something. You guys are chatting through, helping each other out. I love it. Would be interested in seeing how the new Eskimo Outbreak hubs do with the diesel heater tubes. I'm guessing fire hazard or melting fabrics. That's a good question. They're made for that. So we will have to see this year. I think it's great. I don't know if I'm going to buy one of those. I've already got a really nice hub that I got last year and I used like once. But they do look nice. If I get one, I'd probably get the 450 size because I've already got a 600 size or like their 650 size from Clam that I really like. So maybe I get the 450 size from them. So I've got the 450, kind of the smaller guy. I've got that bigger, decent size 650, which is kind of like a Lodge Resort in Otter 650, comparable to the X600 in Clam. Those are all kind of the same. I'm going to do a big video on like the hub comparisons this year. So maybe I'll get an Eskimo. I already have an Eskimo. I've got the 450 XD, but I kind of want the new one. So maybe I'll try it out this year because I'm going to get a diesel heater too. So that's a good idea. I should, I'm going to star that and I can come back to it. I'll put it on my list. Bought a Norse 52 amp for my live scope. Will be running it this ice season. Awesome. Great to hear. Norse does a nice job with their stuff as well. Vexlar live imaging. Let's go. Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Let's see. We already answered that question. The Night Stalker would be sweet if it's cheaper than the Blue Tips brand. Yeah, let's look. HT Night Stalker. Here we go. Here it is from some website I've never heard of in my life. $74.99 HT Night Stalker Pro, 4 in stock. So there you go, $74.99. Blue Tips. Let's see how much those puppies are. If you want Blue Tips, you're looking at, they sell a double pack, $99.99. They are cheaper. And this does not come with a receiver. So you would need to, I'll get this off the screen. You would need to buy these and then the receiver, this guy. I think this is the receiver. It says kit. Allows you 3 segments as needed, sort them together. This is just a kit. This does not include, the kit includes 10 feet of 3/4 PVC pipe. There's also 2 couplers. So this is not it. No, you got to buy the actual receiver. How much is the receiver? It would be nice if we knew, but I don't see it. So I honestly don't know. I don't know why. Oh, here it is. Blue Tips receiver, $49.99. So you're comparing $150 to what they've got here at $75. So this is cheaper. I don't know quality-wise how it works. It also doesn't look like this has an app that will work with it. Totally up to you. I have the blue tips and I like them. I don't use them that often because I don't tip up fish a whole ton, but yeah, there you go. Answers your question. Richard is saying, never been a fan of HT, but I am always amazed of how many areas of the ice universe they cover. It is true. They have a ton. Yes. All right. Blue tips run on your cell phone. Yeah, they do. Yeah. They've got the app that works. And then the thing that I like about the receiver is then you don't need to worry about your phone, right? You don't got to have the app open. You don't got to do any of that. You can just run it right to the receiver and it works pretty dang good. And I think it actually extends the range as well because you could actually set that up like in a window or like right next to your window to get better reception than just the Bluetooth on your phone that you probably are going to want to put in your pocket. It's going to kill the signal a little bit. So yeah, there you go. Awesome. All right. Well, drop down in the comments. What are you most excited about that we talked through tonight? Hit me up via text if you have any questions. You need help picking out gear. You're trying to compare between a few different things. You're looking for the best deal on a Garmin setup, a live scope. You want to know what shuttle to get, what pole, what battery, anything. I will help you out. Limited time right now. I have no clue how long this will be up. If I start getting flooded, I might have to change that. Maybe the model will change or something like that. But hopefully I can just build tools to help people in the areas that they need. So keep checking out anglerbuilt.com and we'll roll. So I'm really excited for this ice season. Let me know if you know of any other events coming up. Otherwise, we got like a month before the next ice fishing show. But do not worry. There will be new ice fishing gear next week and the week after. I think like every week up until January 1st, we will have new ice fishing gear to talk about here on the show. I've got some key dates. I've got a whiteboard over here that you can't see. I've got key dates of when I know gear is going to be released over the next 2 months, and it's coming. So get excited, get ready. Tight lines if you're hitting the fall fish out there. I appreciate each and every one of you. Huge shout out to the members of the channel and supporting all of this free content. I hope I helped somebody out tonight. Let me know down in the comments if I saved you some money, helped you out, find something. Appreciate it. Have a good night. Bye.